And welcome into the Bobby Carpenter Show on this Friday. So leading in to the week, we have Rutgers, and then you've got Michigan. Next week at this time, Schlegs, the froth will have built. It'll be to a fever pitch. Everybody will be incredibly excited. But before that, we have one more game, and it's Senior Day at the stadium. And on even years, you were privileged to have Senior Day along with the Tunnel of Pride and everything at the Horseshoe. Even years you play Michigan at home, odds you play them away. We finished up in 05, so we went on the road. But with Senior Day here, could you give me a little insight what your Senior Day was like? The emotions, everything that will be going through it. I know that they're only playing Rutgers. However, for a good number of those young men, it is the last time they will be running out on that field on Ohio Stadium. And it was the same for us. We played Northwestern. I think we beat them Schlegs 45-7 or something. I mean,
it was a beat down. I think it was 40, 49. I don't know. It was beat down. It was in the 40s to 7.
Yeah. And so it wasn't really a game, but it was a nice day. It was fantastic. And it was the last time we got a chance to run out there onto the stadium in the full gear. What was that day like for you, sir? What could these seniors, what should they be expecting on an emotional level as they run out of that field or run out of that field for the last time?
Hard. It's an appreciation. It goes by fast. Grant and I transferred in. It is at the beginning we would run out and we embrace Tress, right? They'll embrace Ryan. And you go and you stand with your parents. RIP my mom, right? So she's no longer here. And that was 20 years ago, Bob. So things change, but you fondly remember what transpired and who was there. And my sisters were there at the game. My parents were down on the field with Steph because I was married. And it was, an appreciation for what they did to get you to this moment in your career. But it's also the last time that you get to wear the scarlet and gray at home in the shoe and everything that goes into that. Because I think so many times from a fan's perspective, it's just the games. But if you think about it, there's only 6 or 7 games that you play in there a year. It's the other, 358 or 357 days that lead into that particular moment and those opportunities to go out there and play the way and to the standard that is Ohio State football, especially defensively of the Silver Bullets and what that represented. And so, yeah, it's an emotional deal, but then you also have to go handle your business. And the cool thing is, I think that I know us, Bob, more veteran guys, played a lot of ball. Like we could compartmentalize that, and we're kind of like, okay, yeah, you did it. Boom, get off. I want to go smash somebody's face in. That will be like this team. There will be no lull coming out of that. But it's something. It's not as much about you and what you have done at Ohio State, but more about those who have helped you along the way, meaning family and friends and coaches, and then your teammates. What about you?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And when I remember the first Senior Day I was ever
Well,
at.
think about it there. I want your perspective because you are an Ohio boy, right? From Central Ohio. What is that? Because it's different because I'm originally from Texas, and though I'm an Ohioan, right? How is that different for you?
So for me, it was a little unique. I remember the first Senior Day I ever watched was 1998. It was the Michigan game. It was one of the first that I think it was the second win that Coach Cooper had. It was a game that, if you won that at the beginning of the season, people were thinking they'd play for a national championship. Unfortunately, they had lost to Michigan State. So the game had lost a little steam, but it was still a team that a lot of people will consider one of the best in Ohio State history. It was the first time I ever watched the Tunnel of Pride. And I saw that. I was like, this is amazing. And then what's wholly unique about Ohio State, unless you make a play, Schlegs, they don't really ever announce your name on the loudspeaker. And when you run out, they introduce, the entirety of the team together. In the NFL, it's different. You'll introduce the offense some weeks, introduce the defense some weeks, just different things. But in Ohio Stadium, you run out all together, all the time, except on Senior Day. And so watching that in 98, I go, man, that is the coolest thing in the world. And I remember two things, two times for sure. I remember the first time I ran out of the shoe. We're playing Texas Tech my rookie year, freshman year, and you run out and you get a chance to kind of hear everybody just stand and scream, and it looks literally like a video game. Like you feel like you're
Yeah.
playing NCAA, and like
Yeah.
you run out and like the crowd erupts. And this was before we had all the smoke and fireworks and everything. I was like, man, like this is the coolest thing in the world. And you think you're gonna get like 100 of them because everything seems so long. Your freshman year takes forever. Your sophomore year, and the time will pass, the years will roll.
Mm.
And it just seems like you'll never get to that last one. And then you start to get to the middle of your senior year and you start looking like, oh, we got like 5 or 6 games left. We're like, man, we only got like 2 or 3 home games. And I always try to tell guys, especially when it's the year of Michigan, say the second to last home game, try to just look around and absorb it. Because when you play Michigan on senior day, like the amount of emotions and everything that are running through you, like we didn't have that, but I'm like, I can only imagine, like you never remember any of it because it's just so overwhelming. So take a good look at it. And so I always try to encourage the seniors to do that. And I haven't told many guys that this year, and I need to probably tell Sonny and some of those guys that today. Just when you stand there in the tunnel, look around and like look up and see it all, absorb it, really drink it in. Because you'll go through that tunnel again and you'll come down. And that's why Schlegs, I never go up the small part. And I know they come down the big part. We used to always come down the little area that was like kind of covered. So that was always reserved for players for us.
Yep.
Now the whole thing's covered. But I go, you'll never come down this field again as a player. You'll come down in a lot the rest of your life. Go over to watch practice, go over to games, come on down. You go, but you're never going to go through it in pads. And then the last day you put those Ohio State pads on, I go, man, this is it. I go, you can put your jersey on. Hell, you can get shoulder pads. You got your helmet. You can put all that stuff on. But then it might as well just be Halloween. It's a costume. Like you're not using it for its design purpose at that point. There is no game for you to play. And so on senior day, when you sit there, like you look around and you see one of the great stadiums, the cathedrals, and really all of the world, and you just
Facts.
like absorb it and bring it in and know, like, for probably, I don't know, let's say you get 26 times to run through it, probably about 22 of them, you really take it for granted. Once you start doing it, and then until the very end, like there's really only the tales that you really appreciate it and know how special it is, because it just becomes something that you do every Saturday for a home game. So to absorb all that, to see it, and to know, Schleiks, that it's a rarity. It's a rarity to have a stadium that seats 100,000 full every week.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's a 30-point spread against Rutgers, UCLA, you've got Texas coming to town, Michigan, like that stadium is always full.
Yep.
And so to run through there and to understand what that's all about, and that every seat is taken, and they're there the one time when they call your name, and whether or not you're an All-American, a starter, or a guy who's been on scout team most of his career, they're going to cheer for you.
Yep.
Your parents are out there waiting for you. And your head coach is going to tell you, job well done. And it's it's an unbelievably special moment. And my parents, they don't have a ton of pictures. Well, they have a ton of pictures on the walls, but they don't have a ton of pictures of like me playing or any of my brothers. But one of the things they do have, and they have them out there, I think for all of them, is the picture for senior day. Because it's hard to make it through there. And I always say that's the benefit from going through Ohio State and being there 4 years and and hopefully you're graduating. And I always said, I think you should let guys run out if they aren't even 4-year guys or they have extra eligibility. If they've graduated, you're afforded that honor because you came to school to do what you were supposed to do, which was graduate. And so the picture of like my mom, and I was the first, like her kind of crying, looking around. It was a windy, a blustery day, if you will, Schlegs, but a hell of a nice day for us God was shining on us, and we had a lot of sunshine, and it was pretty warm. But I went first. So for better or worse, I'm standing there and it's like, oh, here you go. And so I didn't get that sense to have it stewing in the tunnel for a long time, but I did get to watch all of you guys come out and stand there with my parents. And I got to kind of like hug everybody on the way, like get to see everyone. Cause it's not just for you. You become friends with your teammates, you become friends with their families.
For
To
sure.
all be out there at the same time is a truly powerful experience. And I mean, I don't think there's really anything like it. And there's a finality knowing like this is it. You're closing a chapter in your life. And for these guys, they still have a lot left. Like you still have the opportunity to go win a Big Ten championship. You have the opportunity to go do some great things. But my goodness, it's that part that you seemed like was never going to end has a final page. And the good part is you've got the pen, as Ryan Day always says. You get to be the author of that final page of what that's going to look like. And so I hope that those guys go out there, have a great day today on Saturday. Really enjoy it. Really drink it in. I mean, you're going to most likely get a win, which is the best part of it. And you play the game. You have fun. I tried to have the most fun that I ever had that week. I think I had like 3 or 4 tackles. Not the best, most productive game because Northwestern strikes, they weren't on the field all that much. I think you had a couple of TFLs, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the cool thing in that senior day, right? I believe AJ had 8 tackles. I had 8 tackles. You had 6 tackles. We were the 3 leading people of tackles in that game. And surprisingly enough, and here's the other thing, you don't know because then you go to the next game, Bob, and the very first play of that next game ends your college career effectively. And that's what is, again, looking back and why you are instrumental. And when you go back and give perspective to these guys and all the former players that are around, that be able to give them the perspective of what does the game mean? What does it mean to have that privilege of running, into the shoe in front of our fans? And you don't know. And so you better soak it all in to the best of your ability while also having the expectation that you're going to go dent some face masks, not just for yourself, but for your teammates, for your coaching staff, and for Buckeyes. I mean, that's what it is. And so it's amazing because, like, as I hear you say that, Bob, I know what transpired literally a week later.
Yeah, and we did get the win, though. One of the really cool things in this, and I don't know if they'll do this or not, we were very fortunate. We're winning the game, and I think sometime in the early fourth quarter, it may have been like 7 or 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know if you remember, they called timeout.
I do remember.
And they started, they took out the whole D line. They took out, all the senior defensive linemen. And then they took out all of the senior defensive backs, Nate Sally, Tyler Everett. I think they even pulled Dante out, Nash, and kind of everybody together, guys that were on their way out. And then they held it for the last one. And I remember, I think I said something to Fick. I was like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, just take us out. He goes, we're trying to do something nice. Can you just—
That's exactly what he said.
Stop being an asshole for 1 minute. So, because they called timeout. And I'm like, wait, we got to go back out here? Like, you pulled everybody off the field? And they pulled everybody else off. We ran the last, I think it was the third down. Or whatever it was. And then they pulled us all off. And it was really cool, you, AJ, and myself. And to get, like, the final standing O, putting, like, the capstone on our careers there. And the fact that Tress and Coach Haycock and Coach Fick were, like, locked in to be able to do that for us, even though we had no idea what the hell was going on. Yeah, it was a pretty special moment.
Yeah. That's so funny because I remember Fick saying that. You're like, whoa. He's like, would you just stop being an a-hole for a hot minute and let us do something nice for you?
Well, I didn't think, like, you don't think about it. Like, guys are coming off.
No, we're in the middle of the game. Like, what are we doing? Like, why is the game stopped?
Why is the game? Why are we calling time out? Why are you leaving us out?
I want to get more tackles. Like, what are we talking about, man? We're beating the piss out of these guys.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, especially for me too, because Randy Walker, who was my dad's college roommate and teammate, was on the other side at Northwestern, someone who had recruited me and the guy I'd known really well growing up. So that's what those guys are going to be dealing with. And for like the Styles family, having
Yeah.
Lorenzo and Sonny go out together
Mm.
is going to be pretty special for them to be able to sit there. And I always tell people, like, when you're an Ohio guy, it's huge. If you're a Central Ohio guy, it's even bigger, man, because everybody there, they've known you, they've watched you play, they've watched you grow up. You get there, and especially if you become a guy who contributes and is a big part of the team, like there's a commitment and an appreciation for your play that I don't know if everybody else gets in the same way.
Yeah.
So that's what we got tomorrow, man. I love going down there on senior day. It's always one of my favorites, just to get down there a little bit early and to, like, hug those guys and to really tell their parents, like, you did a hell of a job with your young men. Like, these are some special, special guys.
Yeah. I don't know where else you want me to go with it. That was a perfect ending.
All right. Well, you know
give
what
the
we're
best.
gonna
You give
get?
the best, happiest, and perfect endings of all time, Bob. That's what you do.
I always try to make sure they're the happiest endings around. All right. What coming up next, Schlegs? We got some big stuff for you. We've got the senior day trailer coming up. We'll dive into the injuries because I know that that's what everybody wants to talk about. If I get another text on my phone at 11 o'clock at night,
oh my gosh.
How is Tate? How is Jeremiah? Is Julian's ankle okay? Are they going to be good? Like, what's going on? I'm going to lose it. I'm like, just stop.
Or how about, we watched him hobble along. Like, okay, now you, Bill, are a medical professional that understand. I'll tell you, go to the break, Bob.
No, we're going to get the break.
I'll get into a rant. I'll get into a rant.
And we got the
Look at this shirt. Look at this shirt that Bob gave me last night. Bob came over to the Armory and surprised me when Jay and I were in the midst of just
stand up so they can see the whole thing.
Yeah, they can't see it. They can't see it.
There you go.
Boom.
Right there.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. And yeah, I did not sweat too much in that hat, though I did wear it the entire time.
We'll get to the story
Charge of that
here in a second. We've got you locked in here for the next hour or next 40 minutes on the Bobby Carpenter Show. But first, a message from our friends at FanDuel. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel, they've got the live bets on everything from who will score the next bucket to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into SGP, a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/bigplay to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 older and present in Ohio or 21 older and present in Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. More on the Bobby Carpenter Show coming up next. Welcome back into the Bobby Carpenter Show. And we've got, before we get into your ranch legs, let's throw that trailer up there, Pat. The senior day, everything going on. I watched this, man. I apologize for getting emotional during these things, but it's something you watch these guys work for all these years. And then when they become players and things work out for them, and then you see finality to it, like, you're so incredibly happy for them because they get to experience the same things that you did. So let's hit it.
I think eyes lead to the soul, man. You look at someone's eyes, you know exactly what's going on. And that mindset starts with how you look. This is their story and the pen's in your hand, and here we are. Like, we're in it right now. What do you want the story to be?
Lorenzo Styles, Ohio State royalty to the grid. Touchdown, Bucks. Oh, it's intercepted. Putting to work every day, day in and day out. Let's go put on the show.
Ready
Juicy,
to go,
man.
Schlegs. Juiced
Yeah.
up and ready to go. Now, get on your soapbox, Schlegs.
No, I mean it was so funny. I was asked this today on WCOL with Zuko and Kayla, and it was great. I like it. One of the things was, and everybody in the group chat's talking about players, and there's been a thing of why the lack of transparency in college football when in terms of injuries and who should rest and who should play and what kind of injury do they have and et cetera, et cetera. And there's just so many really highly qualified medical professionals out there in the X verse and Instagram verse. It's amazing. I don't know. Online schools are fantastic after COVID. Here's the deal. They're going to play the dudes that they need and they think they want to play based upon what they think they need to get out of them. Maybe it's to feel good. Okay. Maybe it's to get timing. They're going to get a lot of guys in this game. But you guys forget too, man, you're going against a team that has a guy that's thrown for more yards than Julian's saying, a running back that has more yards than any of our running backs, a wide receiver that has more yards than Jeremiah Smith. Like, you still got to go play the game. They're 5-5, right? So that's what the reality is. And so you still have to go execute. And that's the thing. You have to build upon each and every week. There is no coast, man. Y'all don't get it. It's okay. Go out there, execute, handle your business. Now, here's the other thing too. Lack of transparency. Why? We don't have a governing body in college football to where where Ryan Day or the medical staff needs to make known what is going on with each individual player by the injury. Because that happens in the NFL. You know why? They have a governing body. Okay? So in college football, you don't. And so therefore, you don't need to disclose that. The only reason that you want to disclose is because you want to gamble on it. Tough crap. That's how I look at it. So they're going to play who they want to play based on the reasons they want to play them. And the thing is, and if nobody has come to this conclusion yet, I feel sorry for you. Trust our freaking coaches. That's what I do. It makes it a lot easier as opposed to worrying about things that you have no comprehension of what they are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
I had a guy that's like, oh, we've seen how. Well, what was that? I mean, I'm watching Jeremiah walk around, right? And the way he's kind of walking, I'm like, okay, is it a little bit of I can see a growing issue there, and I can see a quad contusion there, Bob. Because, hey, guess what? Ed from X Universe, the only time he ever got into a quad contusion where he accidentally bumped into the aisle at a Walmart or a Kohl's or something like that. And I like those stores. I'm not belittling the stores that you shop at. AJ Hawk shops at Walmart, okay? So, but it's the fact, like, that's the only type of contact that dude has ever had in the entirety of his life. Like, you don't even know what that is. So I'm just press pause a little bit. Regular people.
I think they'll be okay. I don't think either of those guys will play this week. I can see them both suiting up, and especially for Carnell, maybe his last time in the shoe, suiting up so he can run out in your uniform. But I don't think either one of those guys will play because neither of them need to. I think Julian's going to play. I would be surprised if he didn't. But he's also a freshman quarterback, needs reps. And by the way, this is a chance to go look at some of those other wide receivers that, we've talked about so much that we saw a little bit of them in the second half. Now we get a chance to maybe see them, in a full game and to see what they ultimately look like. And,
Quincy Porter, Mylan Graham, Brandon's been doing fantastic, right? Bryson Rogers, let's freaking go.
I mean, you get a chance. Mylan Graham, can he continue to step up? Guy, he reminds me a lot of Chris Olave. Quincy Porter is huge. I mean, he's bigger than J.J. Smith.
He is.
Brandon Ennis now, he becomes the leader of that group. He's the captain out there. And now you get to navigate these young guys. And it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. Bryson Rogers has played well. And he's a guy that's hung around here and been here for a while. Third-year player, hasn't played a ton, but he looked good when he got in the game. Scored a touchdown last week, which was awesome. So that's the stuff we're going to get to see those guys. I'm curious. Go for it.
I want to refute one thing. Guys, I just want you guys to know there is nobody that tells Ohio State what the hell to do in sitting out a player. Just letting you know. Everybody out there that has rumors and stuff, you're stupid that you would believe the fake news that is that.
Like,
I'm just telling you. You need to
telling someone to sit out. Explain me that.
No, it's like, hey, their management team or their agent or whomever, right? For people to think that somebody has that type of authority over Ryan Day, you are out of your freaking mind. So I'm just like letting you guys understand that, because that does not happen, right? If any of these guys don't play, it's because the coaching staffs have a reason, the training staff have a reason, and that in and of itself is the reason. Like, that is just so mind-boggling that people would even get into the notion or can possibly fathom. This is not other schools in the country where they are ran by other people. Big time donor. Let's fire this guy because I don't want to donate any more money to you. It's not this kind of place. Just letting you know. Yeah. We don't have that. They need to go find somebody like that and keep them out of the back room and let people go do their work. I mean, honestly, you got to go hunt to raise the dollars for NIL and what we want to do in the athletic department, regardless of private equity. But the fact that you have somebody from a management team of a singular athlete telling them that they're going to sit this game, hell no. That doesn't happen at Ohio State. Just an FYI. If a dude walks in 5 seconds late for you guys don't know, I'm talking like 1 second late for meeting. And I'm talking the top dudes on our team from last year. You know who they are. They missed it by 1 second. I mean, 1 second, right? Apollo Creed style. Guess what? Pack up your locker. I can't work out today. Nope, the standard is the standard. See you Saturday with your position coach. I'm just letting you guys know that's why all of this stuff works under Ryan Day at the Ohio State University, because it is black and white. So there you go.
Just like Michael Jackson.
Just so you guys know.
Just like Michael Jackson, it's black or white. Did you get the joke? No, you didn't. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just let it rattle.
Are you black or white? I got it.
You sound just like him. I mean, my goodness, you should go on tour as a cover for him. All right. We're going to get to a little bit more of this Rutgers team, what they look like, what they like to do, how they might attack Ohio State, try to keep this close. Greg Schiano, obviously a coach that was here before and knows this team and knows this university. So before we get to that, we got our friends at Export, protect parents and athletes. Protect what matters most with Export mouthguards, trusted by professional athletes and designed by NHL team dentists. Export mouthguards are scientifically tested to help absorb those high-impact hits, protecting both your teeth and your brain. Export mouthguards feature 3 layers of advanced protection, including a patented use of carbon fiber, custom fit to your own unique smile. It's 3D printed in there for more protection, better performance, max comfort, and clear communication. So you can focus on your game, not on your gear. Don't take chances with your safety. Visit exportguards.com/Bobby today and save 15% on your order. Export, protect what matters most. Little bit of a Rutgers breakdown, and we'll let you know who the honorary bell ringer is going to be in our headlines. Stay tuned here on the Bobby Carpenter Show.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer-flavored beer.
All right, welcome back into the Bobby Carpenter Show, and let's talk a little bit about this team, Schlegs.
Who?
Rutgers.
Yeah, let's talk about them.
They've got some really talented players.
Yeah, they do.
If you're Rutgers, and like what they've been able to do. And I think they're 5-5 coming in here. They're not as talented as they have been last year. They've beat Purdue, they've beaten Maryland, and that's it in the Big Ten. They lost to Iowa, lost to Minnesota, lost to Washington, got beat up pretty good by Oregon, and beat up pretty good by Illinois. But the other games were fairly close. But they have a quarterback in, I think, is it Athan, not Nathan, Athan Schlegs, Kalikmanis, the Greek, out there, thrown for 2,700 yards. He's thrown 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And what they like to do with him, he's a big, strong kid. He's got a nice arm. They throw some in-breaking stuff with him, some slants, some in-cuts, but then they really like to max up or do play action and take shots downtown. They've got a couple of wide receivers, Duff, Strong, Sheffield. Guys can go get the ball down the field. because they'll throw it up strikes and they'll either hope it's PI or a catch. Like those are, it used to be you throw it, three things are happening, two of them are bad. Now you get the PI and the catch in there, and the PI is going to be a first down at 15 yards. So it's a positive thing. So they throw it up. I guarantee you they'll probably go at Igbenuson and trying to see if they can get some PIs on him. And he's been very good this year.
Yeah,
and
he
he
has.
does a job of keeping his hands off of it. And so we'll see what happens with that. But that's kind of how they like to attack in the passing game. And that's why Cal McManus has a lot of yards. They throw it up. I mean, he's thrown it 326 times. He's got over 200 completions. Pretty nice quarterback rating. He's pretty good with the football, but they want to take their shots down the field unless they're working some of their quick game.
Now, this is some stuff, guys, too. Like I've heard in here, what is Ohio State going to show in this game? They're going to show what they've already been showing. The biggest thing will be in a game like this, defensively, do your responsibilities, execute at a high level. Like that's it. That's all you got to do when you go and play against Rutgers. Because, like you said, Bob, they're going to do those type of things because that sets them up for success. They want this game to be very Trussell-esque, steal a possession, run the clock, win on first and second down to have third and short, and then you have to convert. And to your point about the PI, that they get a couple first downs, they're going to try to hit that, or maybe that's a second down after a play. Like they're going to try to hit that to create another opportunity of taking time off the clock. That's how they want this game to be. Short, methodical, field position, keep it as close as you possibly can. For Ohio State, it's going to be go out there and execute. Go out there and play your game. It's not about who you play. It's about who you are and how do you execute at an elite level, both sides of the football. Running game last week came to life. Can we have sustainability in that this week? That's a goal, offensively. How do we do in the red zone? It's a goal offensively. Defensively, how do our DBs match up? Because, yes, they do have some guys that can go get it. How do they play in man coverage, right? When you're even going against man beaters, can you still play? Do you understand the levels of which you got to be able to cover certain guys? Do we have new guys that are in there that are communicating? It's that type of game. No disrespect to Rutgers whatsoever, right? But predicated upon how you do is when those seniors will come off, but you still got to go out there and win a Big Ten football game in the shoe.
Oh, yeah. And here's the other thing. What's his name? Antoine Raymond. Antoine
Yeah.
Raymond. He's got he's a 1,000-yard back. They want to run it. They're going to pound it with him, try to shorten the game, slow it down big time, and be prepared for a lot of trick crap. That's going to be the case.
Shiano man, dude. That's what he does, right?
Flea flickers, reverses, reverse
Onside
pass,
kicks.
all kinds. And then they'll try some fakes. They'll try to block kicks. They may have a throwback on a punt, a throwback on a kick return. Like they're going to empty the bucket. Like I give Greg Schiano credit. Like he comes in here and he does try to win. Like he'll run some trick plays. Some coaches come in, it's like, hey, they realize it's 21-3. Let's just get out of here. Greg is going to keep fighting.
Yeah, he is.
That's the type of guy he is. And that's why him and Ryan got into it a couple years ago on the sideline when he's trying to block every punt, and then Ryan fakes one on him. It's like, hey, dude, if you're going to try to block our kicks when we're up by this much, instead of just letting us kick them to you and give you the ball back, then this is how we're going to play it. So
we're going to put it on. We're going to put it on tape. And guess what, man?
Yeah.
Like that's why I can't stand that, Bob, because that guy's trying. You're trying. Hey, man, you got us on that one. Because every time you try to go block a punt, there's somebody that is the contain guy. Also, just because we blitz doesn't mean that we can lack the integrity of setting the edge and you do something on us that we're not prepared for. Like, I don't blame you for that. I blame our guys.
Yeah.
And with Schiano, man, like he knows what this is because I would say this: he is the perfect fit for Rutgers. They're 5-5, man. They're 2-5 in the Big Ten. You finish the year with Penn State. Like they've been competing. They're close. Like they're there as long as they can hover around. Like let's go make a bowl, and he's got them there. So they're going to swing with everything they. And here's the one thing that I will say, automatically popped up in my head, Bob. It's not necessarily the trick plays. It's about the formations.
Yeah.
It's about, hey, we do this formation, and much like Penn State did, right? They ran that toss. Hey, we're going to go like this. We're not going to trade a tight end. We're going to trade just a tight end. We're going to take a tackle and then the other tight end and sit them over there. And now you're going to have to, boss right and go over another guy because now this is the fit on that because I have a wing on that side. Those are the things that they're going to do, give you different formation looks within the personnel that you haven't seen that is the same type stuff for
yeah.
them.
And that's the squirrely things. They're gonna make you exercise your keys and reads every time.
Yes.
Like that's Greg Schiano, whether that's in the backfield or whether that's with formationally up front and exploding and shifting and trying to get you with some of that. That'll all be in place. So, folks, it'll be an entertaining thing that you see. What else is out there, guys? Is our friends over at Backer, and I was just talking to their founder yesterday. He's been super pumped with just how Buckeye Nation has embraced Backer gear. BCKR.com. They're the black one. It's sweet. The new
They did. They came out with the black one. I was so fired up.
They're getting new SKUs out there. It's unbelievable apparel, wind, rain, cold. They've got the hats. They're going to continue to build out their product line. Right now, they've got free shipping. They've got 10% off if you use promo code Bobby, BOBBY, at checkout. So please get in there. Go check it out. This brand is growing. You can be in and have this stuff before anyone else. And all your friends can say, hey, that looks pretty sweet. Where'd you get that? Boom. BCKR, our friends over at Backer.com. Go check them out. They do a great job. Heck, Jerry Lucas and Archie Griffin are wearing the stuff as well. So you're in good company. We're going to take a quick break. We have our headlines, bell ringer, some award winners all coming up next. All right, now it's time for our headline, Schlegs. Biggest headline. They've been trying to get him. He's been busy, the Lieutenant Governor. And who is going to ring the bell on Senior Day? Our guy, Coach Jim Tressel. How exciting is that, Schlegs, to get him there to be able to do that on this Senior Day? Super excited for him to be a part of this.
And he's going to go sign that bell that they all sign. Yay, Ohio. Jim
of course.
Tressel. You know, our guy, man. I mean, it's the best. And they've had unbelievable bell ringers this year. And that's what it is. There's so many people, players, coaches alike, that have impacted this university. And it's just awesome. The last game of the year at noon, our Lieutenant Governor, Jim Tressel, is ringing the bell.
Absolutely. We also have some
ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Is it Apollo Creed? Like ready to fight Rocky? We also have some news here, some of the awards updates. We've talked about all the guys that are up for all these different awards. And they've got some semifinalists out again. And we also have a finalist, Caleb Downs, finalist for the Bronco Nagurski Award, which was pretty awesome. The fact that he's a finalist for that. That's, I believe, the first award that they've announced a finalist out there for him to be diving in on. And then also the guy we call Caden McDonald, he is a semifinalist for the Outland, that's the first time we've had somebody up, I think, as a semifinalist for the Outland in a minute.
Yeah. It's awesome to see these guys get recognized, and especially like K-Mac, because the thing this last year when you had TNT, Dynamite, right? Tyreek and Hamilton in there, K-Mac has stepped up, man, and he has been very, very good. He is so quick and violent with his hands. I mean, people have not been able to run. I mean, he's been able to shed blocks. He's done a phenomenal job now that he's had the opportunity. And the thing too with Caleb is you don't hear a lot about Caleb. It's not like but he does so much for the defense. People recognize that. Like there is no pat statting, but it's also difficult to have a lot of stats when you only play 41 snaps, and he probably only played 28 of those snaps.
He has been dominant. One of the most underappreciated guys when it comes to this team and how good they are is Caden, because he's been a monster inside.
Yes.
And that's you need, if you're going to have a good defense, you have to be able to stop it up the middle. They've been young at some other places, and he has been that staple, that rock, that anchor in there for them.
Yeah, and the thing too, and going back to Caleb, I think they had a really good stat, and it was throughout 10 games, they have completed 154 yards in his direction. And that's like, I mean, and they like, he had the back to the flat coming out of the backfield from depth with great depth break vision. making open. Like, he's probably one of the best tacklers in all of college football.
Yeah.
And to your point about K-Mac too, Bob, K-Mac having the success that they have been able to have defensively is why they stay with what you would look and perceive as a six-man front, right?
Yeah.
With being able to bring another guy in. Like, having a seven-man front is not advantageous to stopping the run. Just an FYI out there. But because he's been so good in the middle, they can do those things and drop guys back from close to the line of scrimmage and do multiple things. Hell, even line up Caleb Downs in the A gap
Yeah.
and do things because of how dominant K-Mac has been.
It's been unbelievable. K-Mac, someone asked, is he a second-year player? Is he a third-year player? I know. I think is he a redshirt sophomore? I'm trying to remember. Schleichs.
I think he is a redshirt sophomore.
I think he is a redshirt sophomore. So, I mean, he
He's
has more
1 year
time
ahead
left.
of Edric.
Yeah. All right. One more thing before we get out of here. This is the other Caden Curry, who's had a really nice senior year as well, on how they want to be remembered, or how the seniors want to be remembered. When asked about this, he said it's great that we have a national championship. We're also a team that doesn't have gold pants. We're also a team that doesn't have a Big Ten championship. He continued, I feel like we definitely have things that we need to still get done. I feel like I want to be known as somebody that's gotten everything they needed to get done here. And when people talk about that, how much it matters to these guys, obviously beating Michigan and obviously getting to Indy, those things are really important. We'll dive into a little bit of that next, and we'll listen to our Thoughtful Thursday here on our Tailgate Talk while we answer your questions on the Bobby Carpenter Show.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, let's start out with our Thoughtful Thursday, Schleichs. And we got our guy, Tim Walton. It's a banger, man. I really enjoyed this yesterday. Fire it away, Pat.
Thoughtful Thursday, man. All about you. Life is what you make it. It's all about you. Life is what you make it. Talk to God this morning. He told me I'm in for a treat. Keep believing. Put him first. And then I'm going to see. I am who I am. Who I'm not, I'll never be. Got to accept who you are to be who you want to be. I feel good about myself because I know God has my back. When he's on your side, I know the deck is stacked. But I've been prone to make mistakes. But I do my best to make it right. I keep my eye on the prize. Have vision, not just sight. So enjoy your life and make it unforgettable. Remember, growth is optional, but change is inevitable. Ready?
All right. There you go, Schleichs. Growth is optional, but change is inevitable.
Yep. Growth mindset. Showers and growers, as you would say, Bob. And I think one of the things, too, that he said there, when you look at this senior day, it's accepting who you are to be what you want to be. And there's a variety of different levels to this. Guys that are going and play at the NFL that get drafted. Guys that are going to play in the NFL and be free agents. Guys that do not go to the NFL. But it's understanding that, hey, man, what is success? And there's going to be guys that are walk-ons that added a tremendous amount of value to this Ohio State football team through the 4 or 5 years that they were here. Like, those guys got to be celebrated because they added tremendous amount of value. And you've seen that throughout this team. Heck, there was a really good thing about Bondo, about like kind of the glue guy. Doesn't play over there like signaling and stuff. Glue guy, though, man, adds a tremendous amount of value. Anyways, Tim Walton, always dropping nuggets.
Always dropping nuggets. And that's his final Thoughtful Thursday before their home slate. They've got Michigan next week. And then obviously, hopefully, the Big Ten championship and more to come after that. Should be a very, very exciting time, exciting experience. I'm looking forward to the shoe on Saturday. The weather should be great. Should be a lot of fun. Coming up next, we'll have our Dude of the Week. And, Schleichs, we'll give our score predictions here on the podcast.
Okay.
Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, final segment here, the Bobby Carpenter Show. Schlegs, give us your side. Give us your dudes of the week.
Oh, go ahead and throw it up there, Pat. Hey, guess what? Dude is not a gender, it's a lifestyle. Ohio State knocks off number 1. Look at this. Off of her shin. Oh, man, there's lag. You didn't get to see it. The little girl didn't get over there in time. Dudettes of the week. Ohio State women's soccer beating the number 1 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the first round of the soccer cup. That is, I don't know what it's called. But
NCAA tournament.
Yeah, exactly. There it is. For soccer.
Left in double overtime. Notre Dame was the 1 seed. They knocked them off. So awesome.
Oh, no. Why did she do that? Just get your feet in there. Move one more step.
Buckeyes upsetting the number 1 Fighting Irish. Awesome to see that for those ladies. They work really hard and grinding through it. All right, Schlegs, give me your score for the game.
I got 41-13, Bob. I don't know. It's going to be something like that. 41-6, 41-7, 41-13.
I'm going to go 42-6. I think Greg gets a couple of field goals in there. Maybe gets a touchdown. Maybe a 42-10. I think they're right there on the cover. I think they'll still be able to score, move the football, and do plenty of good things, despite the fact that probably Tatum Smith, I think most people are reserved the fact they'll be out. And I think we'll get a lot of Lincoln Keenholz here in the second half as well. But I think people will be impressed with how he looks and some extended time. That's it for today's show. We appreciate you tuning in. Stay locked in here on Monday for a big Michigan Week edition of the Bobby Carpenter Show.